Hello, hi, Michelle Berry Franco here with the answer to the final question in the Working Retreat video blog post series that I've been posting on my blog. And that question was, what do I do on a working retreat? And every working retreat is quite different, actually, depending on the projects I've got going on in my business. But generally speaking, there are three types of things I tend to work on in the working retreat. One is there's a period of digging in, and then I'll have a period of expansion, and then there's a contemplation time that I usually spend during a working retreat, and I'll weave in and out of those. So I thought I'd just touch on each of those a little bit to see if they inspire any of the activities you might want to cover in your working retreat. So the digging in part, for me, when I arrive at the retreat, after I get through that kind of excited checking out the new situation, the new surroundings, I really like to dig into something that I've usually been waiting quite a while to work on. So I have created a list of what I want to work on during the retreat. And I take a look at that list and I pick a project and I just get some work done. And it feels great. I mean, it's usually it's something I've been waiting a long time to really sink into for a while. So I'll do that initially, early on in the working retreat. And then after I've gotten some good traction on it and I feel like I need a break from that, I will usually take some kind of a break, maybe take a walk and just kind of release that project for a little while, come back and do some expansion work. And for my expansion work, I like to do a lot of draw thinking. So watch for a video blog post that's coming up soon that talks about draw thinking for me. But I use these tools like a very large whiteboard. I bring 2 of these to all of my working retreats. I also always bring Post-it, self-stick Post-it paper to put on the walls. This is because I'm a very visual thinker, and so for me it really helps to put my ideas out in front of me, out away from me, so I can really see what I'm thinking, put strategies into place from that distance, and that really helps me get clarity on what's going on. Lots of color helps too, so I bring many colors of pens. I have many more colors than this. For the whiteboard, I bring plenty of colors of pens. For the Post-it note paper, and this is full of just different Sharpie colors. If you're going to use Sharpies, you're going to double up on the Post-it paper so you don't get any permanent ink on the walls. But those are the tools that I use for the expansion part, and I really do use a lot of imagery. I'm not an artist at all, so I just kind of draw what will help me represent my ideas, and it helps me get enough clarity to put great strategy in place. And then after I have, work on that for a while and feel like I've really kind of gotten it all out there, and then set some strategy. So that'll usually push me into kind of a strategizing mode. How am I going to implement these ideas? What's the next step? And I will do some planning within this. So I'll take out a calendar and kind of map out a timeline for parts of the project. And then there's this period of contemplation that I usually ends up being toward the end of my working retreat, where I go for a long walk or just get outside a bit and kind of consider what happens next. Where does all these new ideas, this new strategy, where does it fit into the bigger picture? Does the bigger picture look like it was looking before I started this retreat? Because things often change once I'm able to really take a look at all aspects of my business and where I'm going. And this contemplation period helps me also make sure that I'm checking in with my visualization, the life design that I've created and committed to in my life, and making sure that what these ideas that I've revealed fit into that in the way that I want, and allow me to check and see if I want to make any modifications to the design or to the plan. And I often try to fit in a couple of wonderful indulgences, like, maybe a drive to a beautiful location if I know that I'm near something beautiful, or I go to a great coffee shop that they have downtown and at least do maybe part of my contemplation there or part of my digging in there. So I definitely try to build in elements that just feel really exciting and fun to me when I'm on a working retreat. So I hope that some of these ideas will help you put together a fabulous, productive working retreat for yourself. I would love to hear about where your working retreats happen, what you do on them, and please post those in the comments, or send me an email, or get in touch in any way. I'd love to have a conversation with you about it. In the meantime, take care. Thanks for being here.